A year ago, he was bedridden. A lot of people wondered if Tiger Woods would walk again, never mind golf again. We know the answer. Not only can he walk, he can also golf. And by the way, he might be able to even win the Masters. Incredible story unfolding at Augusta National. Once again, Rod Black with you, Ian Leggatt with you. Lego, what did you think of this remarkable Tiger comeback?
Well, he never ceases to amaze, Blackie. It just goes to show you the legacy of Tiger Woods continues to grow. And when will it end? We don't know. I think that this start is just shows us one thing, that he is ready. Now, the big thing is everybody's, living in this period of time where it's all fuzzy, warm and fuzzy right now. But let's wait to see what happens here, because there's a long way to go yet. I personally think and would like to believe that this actually plays in Tiger's favor with the type of golf course that we're about to see as Augusta National dries out, speeds up, and it really starts to play in the hands of those guys that have had a lot of rounds, a lot of victories around this place. And I'm just hopeful. I would really love to see this continue. But I'll tell you what, the legacy continues.
One thing he shows is he's a clutch guy. He makes those par savers. That mentality still exists, even though he might be limping around a little bit. What surprised you most about Tiger Woods?
Well, I think that right there, I think when we've seen some of those comebacks after long breaks, he's been very, very rusty. And the one thing about Tiger Woods, he's hit some of the greatest golf shots you've ever seen in your life. But the reason why they're great golf shots, because he finished them off by making great putts. And I think we saw that today. Tiger Woods, we can talk about all the things that he's done in the game of golf, the 82 victories, all the victories that he's had in major championships. But the one thing that we should be talking about, Tiger Woods very well may be the greatest putter that's ever played the game.
Let's talk about some of the other guys hovering around the leaderboard. If you go back 2 years, 2020, similar names. Sung J M. Don't count that guy out. And how about the shot his dad made in the par 3 contest? Dustin Johnson, who won in 2020. Cameron Smith, who was hovering as well. They're all bunched in there. Really kind of anybody's golf game heading into day 2.
Yeah, and Scottie Scheffler's in that conversation too, as we talked to about this guy's got a big chip on his shoulder and he's got a lot to prove in walking around with that world #1 title too. And really, when do we see a new world #1? And I think, Cameron Smith might be that guy. I think he's dedicated himself to his body. We see a new shaped, fitter Cameron Smith. He's talked about how fitness has become a priority for him to be a better player, and it's starting to prove dividends now. Obviously, the way that he closed out at the Players' Championship knows that coming down the stretch, he's able to do it. And a guy who's got an incredible short game. Dustin
great
Johnson.
Great hair, Lego.
No, I'm not going with the hair thing. I'm not going for the hair.
Ever since he left Led Zeppelin, he's been unbelievable.
I'm passing on the mullet there. But Dustin Johnson is another guy that's got a lot to prove. He's been really playing very mediocre left, but at late. But I'll tell you the one thing I like about Dustin Johnson: he knows his game, and he takes big breaks, takes his time getting back. Him and Claude Harmon really have gotten this thing down to a science where he's peaking in major championships and played great at the match play. Very, you saw him starting to trend at the Players' Championship and getting ready for Augusta. So don't be surprised, as I talk about, that guy already knows how to close. He's done it once. And he really doesn't walk around worrying about the past. He's always looking to the future. So Dustin Johnson is a guy we got to keep an eye on.
Oh, Canada, Weirzy was +2. Mac Hughes right in +1. How about Corey Connors? Right there again, in the thick, in the hunt.
Yeah, like I said, this guy's a top 10 player in the world. There's no doubt about it, especially if he starts holding some putts, and played very solid today. But Corey Connors is just a solid guy. And I think that part of the reason why we don't talk the hype about Corey Connors, when you think of the guys that are the best players in the world, Dustin Johnson, Justin Thomas, guys that can hit it off the end of the earth, got like guys like Brooks Koepka. Corey Connors is not that type of player. He is a Hogan type player. Hits it straight, great ball striker. Nothing really impressive about it. He's Canadian. He's, if you want to say that. So he's just very Canadian. And
I'm sorry.
You know,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's
exactly.
Canadian. Lego,
Yeah.
give me 3 names that you're going to be watching. I have a feeling tomorrow we might be talking about some different guys as we head to the weekend.
Yeah, and especially, you know, the draw flips as well. So we're going to see guys playing in the afternoon that play in the morning. The golf course is drying out as well. So I'm looking for Tiger Woods. Who isn't? I mean, I want to see him continue this. I think a little, you know, I was watching the post-round interview. There's a light gone off. Because I think when he went to the tee, there had to be an element of doubt as well, and just the confidence and the way that he got off to that start. I think we're going to see the same and more again tomorrow. So Dustin Johnson is another one of those guys. The other guy I'm waiting for, like I said, I think Scottie Scheffler really could potentially be a world number 1. I want to see what he's got, and I think that he's going to be able to carry that, you know, into Sunday. And let's just see if he really is and wants to step forward as world number 1. You know, sometimes you got to be careful what you ask for. And I don't know, Scottie Scheffler never has come out as a guy that has said that he wants to be world number 1 or best player in the world. So I think for a guy like him right now, I just want to see how he's going to perform going into tomorrow and into the weekend.
Lego, we will talk tomorrow. Can't wait. We'll see you after round 2 at the Masters.